Hey guys, Eric here. Obviously, I'm still sick if you can't tell. Peep the bags and the unkempt facial hair and the lack of a hair loss protocol and the lack of a fucking haircut and grooming in general. Still very sick. 13 months later, I still have a neurological condition, and all I've had is a short course of corticosteroids. Good job, modern medicine. Super impressed. I was gonna make an update video. My brain can't handle long videos. I forget what I'm talking about. I forget what I said in this take versus the last one. So I'm gonna try to keep this short, but I do want to share some things with you that I have gleaned from this experience, because luckily you learn lessons through suffering, um, in the many different factors or vectors in that I have suffered socially, medically, etc. You learn lessons gratefully. Otherwise, it'd be completely pointless. There's nothing worse than needless, pointless suffering. And yes, that does happen. In this case, it isn't entirely pointless because I've learned some things. Now, I have a lot of religious people around me in my life, and they always point at that and go, haha, that's God teaching you some lessons. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm being taught a lesson right now, getting my ass spanked. But I always kind of come back with that and go, what a horrible, horrible medium through which to teach somebody a lesson. Suffering. Surely an all-powerful God could come up with a better way to teach you a valuable lesson than through suffering. Anyway, this isn't a debate on religion. I know some of you guys are religious, whatever. I'm not. I respect you as a person, not based on your ideology, but based on who you are as an individual. So I don't care if you're religious or not. I hope you don't care that I'm an atheist. Some lessons that I've learned. Number one, when shit hits the fan, not only do people leave you, right? Who wants to hang out with me? I can't play video games. I can't go to the bar. I'm not fun to be around. I can't blame people for not wanting to hang out with me. I have a close friend. He's not in the same town as me right now, but I have a close friend who has not bailed on me. And I love him and I'm grateful for him. But people will disappear. They disappear because you're no longer fun. And that's fine. I understand that. But what's worse than that is people that you love and respect, and people that love and respected you suddenly turn on you like a pack of wild wolves. And what a fucking shocker that has been to me. Not sarcastic. For example, my neurologist, like I brought up before, who was my personal training client for a year, and that's dozens, if not hundreds of hours of intimate conversation, and they invited me over for dinner and wine and stuff. And then after my first neurology appointment, I can't fucking talk, dude. After my first neurology appointment, she was sending me unsolicited texts, hard eyes and pictures of her dog and stuff like that. And then she goes and shit talks me to my primary care doctor. I see this on a note, and I give her a letter basically saying, hey, are all these things you're saying true? Like, is this how you really feel? Basically asking, are you as much of a bitch as I think you are? And she doesn't respond. And not only does she not respond, but she pulls all my patient chart notes offline, off the patient portal, so I can no longer access them, which, I have the right to access my patient notes, so I can go down to their office and get them, but this makes it more challenging for me, and she knows it. So I don't know if she's trying to hide something or just make my life more miserable. Either way, she's succeeded at making my life a little bit more miserable. However, she has failed to hide something, because I've already printed out all her shit, because I saw something like this coming. Bitch, I'm one step ahead of you. So there's that. And then there's intimate people. I'm just gonna say it's my dad, who has, from my perspective, not his, invalidated, disrespected, and demeaned me throughout this whole experience. And I'm the type of person where I feel love when I feel respected, and when I feel disrespected and you show displays of affection like touching, hugging, saying I love you, it means nothing to me if I don't feel respected. And the amount of disrespect I've felt from this person over the past year, while I've been at my lowest points, has kind of destroyed our relationship, which is sad. But I can't blame myself for that, to be honest. I just don't. Anyway, so there's that lesson number one. People are going to leave you and people are going to turn on you who you wouldn't think would turn on you when shit hits the fan. The beauty of this is that there's the flip side, right? People who you would have never expected or ever met come out of the woodwork to show you support, empathy, and grace and compassion. And, you know, to me, that's more powerful than losing people and having people turn on you. Yes, those things make me angry, but I almost like that because it gives me drive to prove them wrong in the end. You know, turn around when this is all over and flip them off and say, "Fuck you, I was right." That gives me drive, and then what gives me purpose is the people. So that gives me drive. That negative energy gives me drive, and then there's the purpose that is given to me by people who I had never expected or would have never met. Show me empathy, care, compassion, and try to help me. And there's several people in real life and online who have done this. One person in particular, a girl who had encephalitis, autoimmune encephalitis for many years and had to fight the medical system on her own to get the treatment and care that she deserved and needed, and was finally put into remission. I've been talking with her a lot, and she's been immensely helpful because of this experience that she went through, and navigating the medical system as a friend patient, being dismissed and disrespected by the medical system and doctors, and having to strategize very carefully from appointment to appointment to appointment on the global and the minute scale in order to succeed. And she succeeded. And I think the only reason she succeeded was because she's exceedingly smart. She's very socially adept, and she also has an extremely high IQ. It's very apparent. I think many people who, if you place a random person in her shoes, 9 times out of 10, they would have failed. And she did not. And I think she has herself to credit for it. And she told me, she doesn't think there's going to be anything in her life that she will feel more pride over than overcoming the illness of autoimmune encephalitis, because of all the challenges she's had to overcome in order to do that. And it's making me tear up because I respect that, first of all. And it also gives me hope. It gives me hope. And to have somebody who validates me and respects me and gives me hope is just as useful as all the information she gives me on like how to navigate the medical system, so I'm very touched by that. And I'm very lucky. So you can see like the emotional impact you can see happening right now that someone like that can have on me in comparison to those who have hurt me, which appears more powerful. I just described the people who turned on me and betrayed me. The people I thought I knew betrayed me. And I wasn't crying. And now I am when I'm talking about the people who come out of the woodwork to support me, show me love, empathy, and grace, and just hold a conversation with me. Even just the basic things like distraction, through conversation is incredibly valuable to me and gives me purpose. One gives me drive. Anger gives me drive. It gets me up in the morning, keeps me strategizing. Anger, I love that emotion. What a powerful emotion anger is. And then there's the purpose. People who are giving you support, reason to live, reason to push on. There's drive and purpose on either side of the coin, and both of those are extremely useful, even though one is negative and one is positive. And maybe that's just what this video is going to be about. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the biggest lesson I've learned. I've also learned to speak my mind. The quote from Fight Club, it's like when you've lost everything, then you're free to do anything, When you're at your lowest low, you can say what you want and not worry about keeping an even social keel, and that's become extremely valuable to me. But I'm going to stop there because I want to say what I think, and I think I just snotted on my fucking t-shirt. But I think that lesson alone is powerful enough, is that when you're going through times of extreme stress and struggle, you'll find that people turn away from you and turn on you. And you'll also find that people will, from out of nowhere, come to support you and love you and show you empathy, grace, and compassion. And that is much more powerful than the hurt that comes from those who invalidate and disrespect you, who you once loved or respected. And both of them are keeping me alive right now. I'll tell you what, anger is one hell of an emotion. It's probably, in my experience, the most powerful emotion. If you've experienced a hot flash of anger, you know how hard it is to hold your tongue. And there's nothing more powerful than an angry man who can hold his tongue. And that's what I'm practicing to be right now. And then these other people who distract me and provide me comfort and compassion and empathy and conversation, gives me purpose and reason to go on. And this one girl who's struggled so hard to reach, you know, a successful end. Yes, she's changed. Yes, she's forever changed. I will be forever changed from this experience, not just psychologically, but neurologically, and my cognitive functioning might be poor. But like she told me, you know, it's just useful things like this. Like she told me that once she accepted that she knew she was going to have to sacrifice aspects of her life in order to succeed, the suffering became less, you know? So once I realized that, yes, things aren't going to be the same. They're never going to be the same. Then it's okay, you know, because that used to stress me out. Like, am I going to be the same as I was, you know? But now I've been baking for 13 months and it's like, damn, if I got 80%, it would feel like 200%. If I got 80% back to normal, I wouldn't even know the difference. I'd be so overjoyed because I'm at 5% right now, you know? But anyway, that's the video today. I don't want to keep talking and fill space. I like to talk and just say what I actually think. So I'll provide an update, maybe medical update here shortly, once I get my PET scan results back, so I can give you kind of a comprehensive update before I start busting down neurologist doors in order to get the care that I need in a very strategic way. All right. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thanks for watching.